Taxpayer-funded Lernia recently introduced something that I think very few of us Swedes could foresee. But the Swedish government managed to surprise us again. Enter the new Swedish Standard Language. Yes, it's true. You can even listen to samples of it. Here's a quote from Lernia's webpage. National Swedish has been a standard for how people should speak when they speak so-called flawless Swedish. But for us linguists, there is no such thing as right or wrong. The new standard Swedish show in a slightly absurd way that there is no such thing as impeccable Swedish, at least not if we want to let people throughout Sweden be represented, not just let some ancient imagination be the measure, says Mikael Parkvall, language researcher at Stockholm University. Well, according to certain Swedish politicians, there is no such thing as a Swedish culture, so why would there be a proper Swedish language? I wonder if they're gonna tackle spelling as well, and make any spelling the new standard. I mean, why put pressure on people? It's true that the anything goes attitude towards education has proved to be disastrous, but I'm sure it'll work if we try it again. Now, why would our government approve of a thing such as this? Well, the underlying reason they spent all this money is to make it easier for new Swedes to get a job. That's what it's all about. Now, you might think, isn't that an excellent idea? After all, if it makes it easier for new Swedes to get a job, isn't that a good thing? The problem is it will take centuries for this new Swedish to get established, if it ever happens at all, and we need solutions within a few years. Sweden is one of the world's most demanding nations, if not the most demanding nation, when it comes to skills and educational requirements. We have very few unqualified jobs compared to the rest of the world. So, instead of spending money on pointless feel-good projects, wouldn't it be better to spend them on projects that at least have a remote chance of succeeding?
Lernia offers companies and organizations to make use of the new standard Swedish, for example, by replacing the voice on their answering machines and other speech services. This is an effective way to help break the norm of how Swedish sounds.
Yeah, or maybe it's an effective way of scaring off your customers. I have to say I'm insulted by all this. First, they take the majority of our money through taxes, and then they use some of them to tell us that our language isn't good enough anymore. Do they really think they're gonna change the minds of employers by telling them that their way of speaking is no longer good enough? Or maybe all of this is just the ultimate manifestation of white guilt.